Welcome back to Rough Diamond Recipes. In today's video we take a look at Shan Spice mixes. You know, the small packets you see in Asian supermarkets that promise luscious biryanis and curries. I've often thought they can't be as good as the stuff you make at home. But then again, I've never tried a packet, so how do I know? So I thought we'd give it a go. But which one? There's thousands of them. These are just a few. But then it came to me. Korma. Everybody knows what a korma tastes like. So that's what we're doing. So the spice mix was purchased and taken home. On first inspection, the photograph on the front of the packet didn't look like any korma I'd ever had. But we read the instructions and prepped the ingredients. And we were ready to cook. We did make one change to the instructions. We're using half chicken and half cauliflower instead of all chicken. Why is that, you ask? Well, we didn't have enough chicken and we had some cauliflower had to be used up. That's why. After reading the instructions how to make this curry for the second time, I must say it seemed like simplicity itself. I've had more complicated sandwiches. So first blood to the Shan Spice mix. So let's start to cook. The first thing you do for this recipe is heat the oil in a suitably sized frying pan. It does seem like a lot of oil, but I'm assuming the manufacturers know what they're doing. And when the oil is nice and hot, it's time to add in the onions and fry until golden brown. This can take some time, but with the art of editing, a lot less. And when the onions look something like this, simply remove from the pan and allow to drain on a piece of kitchen paper. Then in the same pan, add the cauliflower florets, which you've cut into bite-sized pieces, and fry off until they start to take on some colour. And when this too is achieved, it's time to remove them from the pan and reserve. Then add an extra splash of oil into the pan if you think it needs it, and then add the julienne ginger and fry off for a minute or two. And when the ginger's had its minute, it's time to add in the chicken pieces and mix in well. Then continue to fry the chicken pieces for a minute or two, and then add the cauliflower back into the pan. Then it's time to add the star of the show, the packet of spice mix. Combine the spice mix in well and fry off for a minute. And then add the yogurt and again mix through well. I must say, at this stage of the proceedings, it didn't half look like a curry and it didn't half smell like a curry. I had high hopes. Anyway, combine the yogurt in well, then it's time to add the onions back to the pot. Then with the onions added back to the pot, mix in and simmer until the chicken is thoroughly cooked through. Then you're ready to serve. And then it's time for the taste test. And next time we do this, I'll turn the air fryer off so you haven't got that noise in the background. What do you think?
I think it's quite spicy. In fact, it's very bloody spicy. Jesus Christ, that is hot. I'm not actually sure I can eat that.
Very sour. It's nice but sour.
Okay now. I don't think I can eat it.
It's not a... So it turned out my wife had to make herself something else for dinner, and I had the whole curry to myself. But my conclusions were: the Shan Korma Spice mix makes a great curry. Just the right amount of acidity for me, just the right amount of heat for me. My wife thought it was too spicy, but she thinks vanilla ice cream is too spicy, so you can't read much into that. The question is, was it a korma? I've always thought of a korma as a creamy, mild curry made with cashew nuts or almonds, but there wasn't a cashew or almond in sight. And I certainly wouldn't call it a mild curry. And as I said in the video, even the photograph on the front of the packaging didn't look like any korma I'd ever had. So I guess what I'm saying is the only problem I've got with this curry is the name. If you want to call it a good curry, it's a good curry, but I wouldn't call it a korma, not as I know it anyway. So what do I know? There could be different sorts of korma. And let's face it, you're listening to a guy who up until the age of 39 thought the height of sophistication when ordering a curry was half and half, a pint of cob and 4 FBCs on the side. Don't know what an FBC is? Let's just say it's another word for a pompadom. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to subscribe, share and like, and hopefully we'll see you soon on the next one. Bye for now.